Hello, Internet. This is College 101 coming to you today from the beautiful seaside campus of the University of California, San Diego. I'm your host, Hoang Pham, and today we have three lovely guests with me on the show. Would you three like to introduce yourself, starting with the lovely lady on my left?
Yeah, hi, I'm Kunert. I'm a third year from Warren College.
Hi, I'm Mallory Nguyen. I'm a first year from Warren College.
Hi, I'm Sapien. I'm a fourth year from Warren College.
All right, well, thank you all for coming on the show today. As you all may know, fall quarter is coming up, and with fall quarter, we have a bunch of incoming freshmen, and that's what we're all about here on the show today. Giving tips and advice, maybe some stories every now and then about how to survive the college experience. And I'd just like to know, what are your guys' first impressions of UCSD?
When I first came here with my dad, we entered campus at Warren Field, and we were supposed to find REMAC. And 40 minutes later, we pulled over and we're like, where the hell are we?
So for those of you who don't know, REMAC and Warren Field, kind of on the opposite ends of campus.
Yeah.
And this is a campus so big, it has its own zip code. Any on with your story?
And we eventually found it. I was 50 minutes late to what I was supposed to be going to, but we got there.
All right, and Matt?
My first impression was led by the smell of eucalyptus. I first got here, and I know it's really weird, but I loved the smell. It was all over campus because, the ocean air carries, the tree smell. So I just figured if I do really well every year, I get to come back and smell this great smell all the time.
Moving on, as some of the audience may know, I like to eat. Food is very much a central pillar of my life, and I would just like to know, what are your guys' experience with dining, food, whatnot on campus?
Well, I've had a pretty good experience with food on campus, but my favorite place to eat is probably definitely Roots. It's a vegan and vegetarian place on campus, and I still have dining dollars, so that's where I use a lot of them. And other than that, I really don't go to dining halls anymore either. As a third year, I make my own food in the apartments.
Fair enough. Speaking of favorite places, how about you two? Do you have a favorite place to eat on campus?
Roots actually is stellar.
All right.
Yeah.
Roots or Goodies if I want a burrito.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I still haven't been to Roots.
Really?
It's pretty bomb.
Yeah.
Get a smoothie.
Also the bistro.
lack of dining dollars in my budget kind of does that.
Yeah. Also the bistro, though. So
The bistro is pretty good.
bistro is good if you want sushi for dining dollars.
Anyway, moving along, this campus is huge. As we mentioned earlier, it has its own zip code. So, how do you three get around campus?
Starting with me?
Starting with you.
Well, a lot of the times I'll either take the shuttle or walk, and I actually had a Razor scooter that was hot pink with a little bell on it, that when you're in a rush and only have 10 minutes to get from Revelle to ERC, which is on opposite sides of campus, comes a lot in handy.
I mostly walk, but I have to allot at least 30 minutes of walking time because I walk particularly slow. And of course, living in Warren, I have no classes in Warren. They're all in Revelle. So it's like, okay, get that 1 mile morning walk in. Let's go.
And Matt?
I like my feet. I walk. It gives you a chance to run into people. It's a good way to start your day. Hey, how's it going? Then you go to class and don't talk for an hour.
Yeah, one of the things I wish they did was have some sort of shuttle service, because we've seen those golf carts around, right? How cool it would be to have a shuttle service with that. UCSD, make that happen. I want golf carts taking me to my classes.
Zipline.
Zipline.
Yeah, actually, no, because once again, another tasty advice about UCSD. UCSD is all on a hill. At the top you have Revelle, and at the bottom you have Warren. So we all know the experience of having to walk uphill half an hour in the morning. Probably to get to physics or something like that.
You've never lived
I never lived in
Oh.
Warren. Yeah.
Where have you been living?
I lived in Revelle my freshman year, and then last year I lived in 6, and then this year I'm in the Village, so I've lived everywhere on campus pretty much except Warren.
All right, well, bringing up living situations, how has housing been for you three? Starting with you again.
I've lived all over campus, and the best place I would say is probably the Village because of the atmosphere, and everyone's a little older. So it's not everyone's kind of just trying to get to know each other, and it's not so kind of scared new freshman thing kind of going on. So
I'm what's called a temporary double. And it's not temporary, my friends. Also, it's not a double. It is what was once a single room, so meant for one person, and then they put 2 people in there. No desks, so I hope you don't study at desks or anything. You have your bunk beds, and you have about a 2-foot walking space, so you either get along with your roommate or you want to die. And but I live in a suite, and I actually get along with all my suite mates, which I've heard is really lucky and very fortunate, so I really like that. And Warren does have a really community feel. Like, you two know me at Earl's as a regular.
Yeah.
So I really like that, but I do wish I had a little bit more, space. But other than that, no complaints.
So, coming to UCSD, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard this, but a lot of people have called UCSD a socially dead campus. What have your guys' experience been with, social life, student involvement, and whatnot? Starting with Matt, the most involved person I know.
So I've been way over involved in college. I've been on student councils, on our central student government, our college student government. I've been academic clubs, just all kinds of places all over. I've been in a fraternity, and I don't think it's socially dead. I think if you're socially dead, you're not gonna find anything to do. But if you're really fun, outgoing, you want to meet people, you will.
I agree. It's what you make of it. So if you're socially dead and you're I don't want to go out, obviously your Friday nights will consist of you in your room. But if you go out and make friends and you put yourself out there, you'll find things, and it's not socially dead at all, at least.
And then I'm in a sorority right now. I actually came in on a sports team, so I came in with kind of a group of friends already. And once you have a group of friends, you always can find something to do, whether it be going out to a restaurant or, hearing about something that's going on off campus. There's definitely stuff to do on the weekends, so that is not true at all.
All right. Thank you so much for bringing up sports, because their next topic, fitness.
Well, I actually do a kind of a routine of either doing insanity in my room, which is pretty nice.
Damn.
It's insane.
Or I'll go to the gym on campus, REMAC, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of treadmills, a lot of elliptical machines, a lot of stuff, different stuff to do, and so many different rec classes. I've done a yoga class. So I definitely stay active on campus, that's for sure, now that I'm not on a sports team anymore.
All right.
I mostly stay active. I'm on the club soccer team, so on the days I go to practice, I consider that fitness. I also consider going to class somewhat of a fitness feat, because it is a mile away for the most part. I do go to REMAC sometimes.
Yeah, lots of walking around campus. Well, moving along, what have been your guys' most memorable freshman experiences? Matt?
Freshman experience?
Yes.
It's a while
Burned
ago,
into your memory.
but I'm definitely gonna have to say Sun God Festival was the winner. It was crazy. All of college, or all of the campus, is what you'd see in a movie. It's crazy. It's a keeper in your memory for sure. Even if you don't remember it, you will.
Well, the only thing that's really sticking out in my mind right now is the all-campus dance at the beginning of
Oh.
the year.
That too.
It's just everyone just comes out. It's pretty much, it's almost like a really, really miniature version of Sun God, but all the freshmen don't know each other, so you see them walking around all
Let's
and their
just
little
be awkward.
in their little huddles, and then you've got the people who know everyone and are running around super excited. Yeah, who are super excited, and it's just a really great atmosphere, and it's a great way to kick the year off and have a big celebration before the school year starts.
Definitely. Well, we're running out of time. We're down to our last question. So, for the incoming freshmen this fall quarter, do you have any special advice for them? Starting with?
Definitely just figure out exactly your routine and just stick with it. You come in and it's blazing and classes are just firing at you, and if you're not prepared, you will fall behind. You will not get the grades that you want to get. And if you're like me and in high school you're that straight A student, it's going to come as a shock to you. So definitely be prepared for a completely different way of life, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, be prepared for whatever you think is fast-paced, multiply that by 1,000, and then maybe you'll get a sense of the 10-week quarter system. And then I guess my other piece of advice would be to really put yourself out there your first couple of weeks, like try and make as many friends as you can, and then I don't know, it'll make it a much more enjoyable experience.
Incoming freshmen, I just want to say, learn to be independent. You know, most of your life, most of you have lived with your parents, like growing up. So it'll be your first time alone, first time really being you. And it's really important that you learn how to do that without any kind of supervision, because there is none. If you make a mistake, you have to pay your consequence. And the best part is if you do well, you get your own rewards. So just learn how to be independent and enjoy college.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for the show today. Thank you three very much for coming on our show. And internet, please like us, please subscribe, or whatever it is we post this onto, and have a great day or night, whichever it is you're watching.